Hello world. It's Wednesday, the 15th of January 2020. Present time is now 2:20 p.m. So, again, off to a bit of a late start. Last night, I watched the movie Parasite with a friend. I quite enjoyed it. And then earlier today, I sent off some mail. There's still more to send, but I need to reach back out to people. Today, I'm going to lift. Been looking forward to it. Still feeling some soreness in my thighs. Some tightness in my back. We'll see how it goes. Get this set up. I'm also going to take some time to adjust the scenes. Do it live. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's actually the overlays first that need to be revisited. One thing at a time. This is messing up on me. Technology. Whatever. Okay, so quick off camera. Let's see what I weigh today. Let's exit that page so we can reload it. Good. Light. I should mention I had a double cheeseburger last night. Just shorts. Alright. Let's get situated here. My average daily caloric intake is light blue. I'm probably running a deficit. During the week, I'll run a deficit. And then on the weekend, maybe eat a bit more. Depends. There's not really like a number I'm shooting for. Just, as long as I'm functioning, it's good. It's working. Getting enough. Come in. Hey. Welcome back. Alright, so let's go. I've been doing this. It's not great, but it's something. Maybe we can tweak this a little bit. Alright. Thank you. load up first. Slowly but surely ramp up, and eventually it's going to get pretty challenging. But for now, it should go pretty smoothly. I hope I did enough. I lose count. Goes up too high. Be safe. Okay. All good. Let's decide on the next scene. This one works, I think. It's a little on the... Maybe I can do better than this. We'll duplicate this. Some people think it's only genetics, yeah. You said it. I mean, genetics factors into everything. There's always a role played by genetics, but it's not everything. Anything good, if you want anything good, it takes some work. Let's see. Let's modify this a little bit. Size, crop less out of here. So we can actually watch this. Wow. That is huge. Tough call. Whoa. What just happened there? My computer's freaking out, clearly. You can see it all glitching out periodically. I'm accepting contributions to a fund. Build a new computer. Okay. 8 ways power. Thank you for the follow. Thomas. Mainly genetics? Half. Half and half. Why not? That way, I mean, if you believe it's half nature and then half nurture, then maybe you're more inclined to do something. You know, if you give genetics too much credit, then you may think, well, no matter what I do, it won't work. So let's go with half and half. Are you counting? I lost count. It'd be nice to have the fan on. I'm going to turn it on. Just be a little more comfortable. Sucker gets loud. But we'll roll with it for now. I could have banged out that last one. I think it's okay. A little rest. That's all I needed to do. Let's move on. Next up, bench. Hello, Paul. Hello, little wolf. That fan's really noisy. It's making all the noise. Bang, bang, hey. Been a minute. You say I should really get into bodybuilding. Maybe. My height, 170 centimeters. I'd like to adjust this scene. Do a better job on that one. Ooh. But yeah, bang bang. You know, maybe after I make enough to make ends meet, and I can afford some excess food, maybe that's what I'll do. Oh, peaches. Yes, I am back. But then again, I've always been here. I haven't gone anywhere. If you mean on Twitch, yeah, it's been a minute. I've been back. Oh yeah. Whoops. Skipped the step. You know, the whole time that I was indefinitely suspended on Twitch, I was still broadcasting everywhere else. It's not like I'd actually gone anywhere. Although I guess I did disappear for about a month. It may have been you that was gone. Bang bang. Yeah. Money first, and then we can build. Sly blue, yep. 170 centimeters. That's it. I'm not a tree. I'm a particularly large tree. I'm a 170 centimeter tall tree. My brother is quite a bit taller. I've got cousins that are really tall. Oh, about to lose my mic. Fucking gravity. I have to keep a towel here. Slipping on the bench. Okay, so baby bench is over. You know, I kind of wonder if I'm just wasting my time at this, but whatever, it's so fast. It's better than nothing. Yeah, no rush. It'll get harder. And then I'll be glad I took my time. No rush. For roughly 12. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna give myself a week off ahead of showtime. A week away from the weights to just recover. For this. Alright, bang bang. Utter chaos. Hey. As the blonde chick said, just right. And oh Peaches, yeah, I was suspended from Twitch. Indefinite suspension number 3. 120 days. Can you see this in this corner? Do you see a revolving social media thing? Yeah, Twitch is lame sometimes. Twitch is very lame. But it doesn't stop me from broadcasting to Twitch. Thank you, Sly Blue. Commando Pig sees it. Good. So, Peaches, I don't know if you use these social media platforms, but that thing in that corner, that's to say, I use these things. As for what I did to get suspended, my 3rd indefinite suspension, I inadvertently had my stream going out to Twitch when I bathed Paul. Took him into the shower with me. I was already on thin ice, so I knew I didn't want to fuck up, hence inadvertent. And I had all but given up on getting back my Twitch account. And then one day, as I'm walking Paul, an email comes in from Twitch support. And it says, like, hey, we've gone ahead and unsuspended your channel. Felt great. Felt great. So I wrote, Christmas came early. Oh, that's it, huh? Yeah, I just barely started getting back into this. I count 10. I'm not gonna beat myself up. Sure. We'll go with sure. Wow. Okay. Who dis? Hey, all into Pink Flamingo. Welcome back. Note to self. Artificial intelligence. You need to make branding decisions today. How would a voice conversation with me help you pick a name? I remember what you read about the Venezuelan. Shame you already committed. I read you. There's beauty all around us. Just gotta look for it sometimes. Say, let's brand. This is your thing, right? So please see my previous question to you. No, not about the Venezuelan. How would it help you to have a discussion with me about this name? Picking a name for yourself. Yes, artificial intelligence, pick a name, go for it. Go with it, you got this. Hey, Webmaster JJ. You know, doing better than I deserve. How are you? Strange that my quality is better than my desktop. Shouldn't be. This one, I think you lose a bit out of this one. And the mic on my desktop, I hardly ever use it. You know, I've been using this microphone recently with my phone. Hey, Chocolate King. Oh, I mean, I've been streaming out of my phone for a long time, JJ. Using my phone as audio video capture device. Been doing that now for since late 2017. I want to say late 2017. Could be making that up. It's possible though. Sounds right. Late 2017. 2018 was slow. I got distracted by a bright shiny thing. But the knowledge is useful. I'll put it to use soon. Chocolate King. Paul, I think, is in my room. But yeah, JJ, I've been playing this game for a minute. Starting to learn a thing or two. You know, I'm in pretty deep now. That's good. It's exciting. Everything is coming together. So I have every reason to believe it's going to be a wonderful year. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's going to be a wonderful year. Chocolate King. The sandals are great. The soles are very grippy. I wore them out yesterday. Twice. Just walking around the neighborhood with Paul. Thank you. If I am to post about these sandals, do you have any? Are you on the big social media platforms? Could I mention you? Oh man, JJ, we could all use a break, right? I don't think I've earned my break yet, but it's starting to add up. I hope. I was running some numbers last night. Really, in pretty much whatever you'd like to do, if you have 1,000 true fans, then you're set. A 1,000 true fans. Building up that base. 1,000. That's a not easy. I mean, it can be easy. I suppose it could be easy. In fact, it should be easy. Should be easy. That's it. I just wanted to do one more. Easy. Oh no. Arr, my flag dropped. We'll have to do something about that. It simply won't do. Commando Pig, Roger is not so jolly, confirmed. Roger's gone sailing in the wind. Roger is off his axis. Holding on for dear life from that one corner. Oh, Chocolate King. Good eye. JJ said, I think it depends on A, what you're trying to achieve, B, if the 1,000 people have a genuine interest in what you're trying to do, and C, the 1,000 need to support you consistently, yes. So that's where the true fans comes in. Right, the qualifier is true. Not just, not like fair weather. And sure, if you're doing something with sufficient value, you can reach the people, then there are a lot of people out there. Big fucking world. So 1,000 people in a global context is actually it's a very small number. If suddenly tomorrow 1,000 people died, the world would just keep turning. You know, but I guess it depends on who they are too. I mean, their families, their loved ones, they'd be upset. But 1,000's not a huge number. But I think it's enough to fill up most venues, like concert halls. Don't quote me on that. 1,000 in a stadium would be a small turnout, small crowd. But you could fill up a lot of venues with 1,000. Oh. Hmm. You know what? Perfect. Is that I ruled the nation? I've got a couple of folks who've joined on YouTube. In fact, I think YouTube is a really good platform for watching this stuff. Who's this? Hey, D'Angelo. Long time. How's it going? Wow. Happy New Year. What's up? What is up? I'm training a little bit. Gonna get a little stronger. Man. If I showed you, you wouldn't believe me. In the not too distant future, I'm gonna be going to LA. I've got some work to do out there. So I'm getting ready. What are you up to? Weak. I must get closer in order to see. It's just okay. Always a work in progress. This is my third time lifting weights since August 26th, 2019. I was getting back up to it. So after leaving Colombia, I started up again June 10th, then on the 12th, 14th, 17th, 15th. Oh no, I fell off immediately. I got back into it and I immediately dropped it. Pretty crazy. JJ, you think I'm breathing too fast? Maybe. Maybe. I think it's just because I'm weak. Okay, WeChat it is. Yeah, we'll catch up. Thanks for checking in on me. It's nice. That's cool. I appreciate that. Seems a lot of people from my past lives, they're all just come and go. It's all touch and go. Planning this trip out to LA. Checked in with old buddy. Known him since middle school. Studied together in Beijing. Told him I'm looking for a place to crash. This is junk. Must get some better magnets here. It's good having some friends scattered around. That's how he gets the day rate. Of course. Like, of course. No shit. No fucking shit. Okay. The more you know. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm trying to make sure when I go someplace that I'm covered, that my needs are taken care of on the ground. Fail. Thank you, JJ. Pretty balls. Thank you. And yes, the Olympic bar is 45 pounds. And I've got these little baby weights on it. Fractional plates. Anyways, this is good info. I wonder. I wonder how much it costs to spend the night at this joint. If I would like to overnight, not near me, but over there, on not that, but that. Let's see, how much is a room? Any day now. Oh, that's not bad. Mm-hmm. All right. Good info. All right, RJ. And pretty balls. These are 2.5 pound plates. Fractional weights. Gotcha. I'm looking into location for the shoots. Trying to understand how things work. So I know the rate now. Just assuming a little bit more responsibility. It's all good. Yeah. Of course, JJ. Of course. Like I said, I haven't touched these in a long time. In fact, just looking at this entire thing, since returning to Houston from Colombia, I barely touched the weights. Barely touched them. I was consistent for a good while. In 2018, I was very consistent. Quite consistent. But then I fell off at some point. So I'm going to chart all of this stuff out. One, because I think it's fun. Charts are cool. Two, that way if people are like, let me size Yeti Eater up, they can do it. I don't have to tell them anything. Just like, hey, look at it. It's right there. Just look at it. Three, it tells a story. Every time things fall off, usually a reason behind it. So will this time be different? Quiet, possibly, yes. This time may be different. Maybe. No guarantees. I'd like to think it'll change. Things are changing for the better. Yeah. This time may be different. Who dis? Pretty balls. No, I'm not looking into locations here in Houston. I'm doing a little bit of recon ahead of LA. Round 2. Learning. Expanding my role. Taking on new responsibilities. Maybe make some magic. We must overcome. Oh. Yes, pretty balls. I'm on it. I'm on it. For now, I'm just gonna roll with things the way they've been done. Business as usual. Oh, I might even get a personal travel card. I probably will soon. When the time is right. Eventually get a new business card too. I'm one shy of the trifecta. JJ, that's a thought. Squats with a bar on your shoulders. I'm not too worried. Curls are an accessory exercise. So I don't mind at all. I'm just glad to be moving around a bit more again. Yeah, freaking Twitch. Pretty balls, you said. Here in SF, hotel rooms aren't cheap. Yeah. Yep. SF's just expensive. I'm sure they're cheap neighborhoods too, but you want a decent place to rest your head if you can afford it. And I'm not really looking to overnight in this room. I'm just curious what the difference is, what the spread is. Anyways, got a little bit of homework right there. Room for a night in the US around $80. Yeah, you can probably find a room for a night around $80, but it depends on your market too. Always. Always depends on your market. Right, these are market-driven pricing. I've overnighted at places for like $40 before fees, or maybe even $35 before fees. Well, this is a broke student. Hey, look. Working out old style? Yeah. Yep. That's right, Luck. In fact, that's it for this part. I'm gonna kill the fan. We'll turn it on, turn it low. That works too. That's that. Okay. So, made some minor adjustments today. That's good. Moving right along. How's this thing doing? 61%. Great. Let's get set up with the other thing. Or you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna take a bio break first. And then we'll keep moving.
Welcome back. So, first question. How are we? Is everything syncing up okay? Mic check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Flawless transition. All right. Good. Good. That's all I was hoping for. I want to keep things smooth. Now I can't tell. Just let me jack up the brightness here. Make it a little easier on myself to tell what the heck it is you see. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Okay. Oh, there we go. Good. Double arch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty neat. First time that you noticed it, really. It could be because we've got this really, really wide field of view right now. Could be it. Man, I tell you, the world is a very interesting place. Full of interesting people. Good. So, moving right along. First, though, let me set this up so I can see what you're up to. Yeah, you can't even see what I'm messing with. That's great. Perfect. Perfect. Did you miss story segment today? No. I have not skipped reading. Have yet to work up to that. It's coming up. And then it'll take us to probably a good closing point for the time being. I'll probably want to spend some time on the computer tonight. Need to get some stuff out there. Got people counting on me. No. Small number now, but over time it will grow. Just gotta nurture it. I wonder. This is fine. This is fine. It feels pretty distant, but that's okay. I can live with that. What's taking this thing so long? Piece of garbage. There we go. Excellent. Chris Mark, you asked, when does this new adventure begin? What new adventure are you referring to? This starts now. Standing deep breathing. JJ, you were right. LA. Chris Mark, coming soon. You'll know when it's coming up. You will know. Half moon pose, by the way. Chris Mark, you mentioned booking flights. I know you mentioned the co-star hasn't been chosen. Yes, the flights have been booked. Talent is booked. I guess today I may book location. Cameraman is booked. There's still more to do though. Legs should be together. That's a good question. Eagle pose. My stomach is gurgling. Standing head to knee. Maybe take a breather. Eagle, not beagle. Beagle would be cute though. Oh, beagle. I'm cheating a little bit. Keep my balance. It's not good. Standing bow. Interesting. I didn't expect that it would make noise, but it did. Okay. It will no longer make noise. Whoa. Felt it that time. Lost it. Balance. Moving on. Balancing stick. Standing separate leg stretching pose. How low can we go? That's good. I think that is funny. Tensed up. Still tensed. But less pain. Triangle pose. Oh my gosh. Standing separate head to knee pose. Tree pose. Man. Alright, Huel. Pretty balls, that sounds awesome. Do it. Use your time wisely, my friend. That's better. Eyes up and looking out. Why is it that you are becoming a couch potato after the gym? Workouts are leaving you pooped? Toe stand. It's a popular one, isn't it, Chris Mark? You're right. Good idea. It's funny. It's funny that I'm just now getting into this shit. Shit, I say, but you know. getting into this practice. Because for a while, as a bit of a gag, anyhow, we're getting there. Pretty much. Okay. A little rest. It's okay, right? Now we learn rest. And wind removing pose. Wind removing pose. My back. Sit up. noise. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some distortion. See the edge effects? Like, this will be more evident. Alright. I'm keeping it roughly plain. Cobra. Locust pose. Oh yeah. Let me adjust. I don't want to, This would be a good thing to do. Like, I'll find some more suitable clothing, I think. That'd be a good idea. Full locust pose. After I make some more minor adjustments here, slash macro adjustments. Pose. Moving on. Fixed firm pose. Which I think is like this. Half tortoise. rabbit pose, which is confusing to me. I don't think I have this one down right. But tensing up. Head to knee pose and stretching pose. Spine twisting pose. And blowing in firm pose. It's breathing a soma. Time to wash hands. Contemplate the meaning of life. Grab some water. Don't. I want water. I know what. A snack. It's the best thing that can happen. I don't apologize. Do not apologize. Not for that. I am pleased with what I see. Okay. I will kill the fan. I'll sit down for a bit. Hopefully that's okay. You know, there's an awful lot of junk on this desk. It'd be nice to clean it up a little bit, huh? So as not to make things too busy. Hey, Paul. Hey, Polly Paul, you came at a perfect time. How you doing, little buddy? You good, kid? If life left. Good. Ready to move on? I will read a little bit. Paul, you want to come here? There you go. There you go. Onward by Elena Aguilar. Onward from 2018 explains how educators can cope better with adversity so that they and their students can thrive in a classroom. Filled with rich insights from author Elena Aguilar's experiences as an educator, these blinks also explore mindfulness and change management techniques. Who's it for? New teachers struggling to cope, experienced educators seeking fresh insights, and psychology buffs wanting a new angle. About the author. Elena Aguilar has over 25 years of experience as a teacher and instructional coach. As the founder and president of the educational consultancy group Bright Morning, Aguilar has partnered with public and private organizations to train thousands of educators, both in the United States and internationally. She is also the author of 4 acclaimed books, including The Art of Coaching from 2013 and The Art of Coaching Teams from 2016. What's in it for me? Teach yourself to be resilient. Being a teacher isn't always easy. Each school day can bring fresh challenges, whether it's the student who disrespects you, the parent that urgently needs to talk when you're heading out the door, or the copy machine that breaks down just when you need it. Sadly, modern teaching has become so stressful that many educators are leaving the profession altogether due to burnout. But don't despair, because you can weather the storm and rediscover all the reasons you wanted to teach in the first place. Grounded in the insights and experiences of educator and coach Elena Aguilar, these blinks are here to show you how to build your emotional resilience and make yourself a better, happier teacher in the process. Packed with tips and tools for overcoming adversity and making better decisions, this is your guide to surviving and thriving in one of the world's most demanding yet rewarding occupations. In these blinks, you'll learn the benefits of gratitude, why self-care is vital in November, and how you can redirect your emotions. Understanding the cycle of emotions is key to building resilience. As a new teacher, Aguilar used to believe that she was far too busy to deal with her emotions. Whenever she felt sad or angry, she swallowed her feelings and soldiered on. But now, as an experienced educator, she understands that exploring and accepting emotions is a crucial step toward building resilience. Think about the last time that you experienced a powerful emotion. How would you categorize that feeling? Was it a thought, an experience, or merely an impulse? The author, it was all of these things. Each emotion you experience, she believes, is actually a series of events and reactions that together form a six-part cycle. Let's take a look at how an emotional cycle might play out. Each cycle starts with a prompting event. This is something that happens in your external environment. If you're a teacher, for example, this event could be a fire drill that interrupts your lesson. The next stage in the cycle is interpretation, where you mentally explain the event using your pre-existing assumptions and beliefs. You might interpret that fire drill, for example, as proof of your principal's blatant disrespect for your teaching time. This interpretation leads to a physical response. Just thinking about your principal's disrespect causes your body to release stress hormones, making your heart beat faster. Almost immediately, you feel an urge to act. Perhaps you start thinking of all the furious things you're going to write your principal in an email. This impulse is swiftly followed by action. As you lead your class outside, you might give your principal an angry look. After school, maybe you fire off that furious email. Finally, you feel the after effects of your emotion, the ways in which this emotion influences your other thoughts and emotions. Your anger toward your principal, for example, could trigger feelings of physical exhaustion. Understanding this cycle enables you to intervene, shifting the way you experience the emotion and creating a better outcome. You can intervene at any point in the cycle. When you begin interpreting the principal's actions as disrespectful, for instance, you can catch yourself in this negative assumption and put a different spin on things. If you feel your heart rate soaring, you can recognize this response and change it by taking some deep breaths to relax instead. Understanding her own emotional cycles has given Aguilar more energy at work and improved her ability to handle interpersonal conflict. Today, she's never too busy to explore her emotions. Build resilience by cultivating a sense of community. How far would you go to stay in touch with friends and family? In his 2017 book, City of Thorns, author Ben Rollins explores the real lives of refugees who inhabit a sprawling camp in northern Kenya. Many of these refugees, Rollins discovered, go without food for a week at a time to scrape together the money to call their loved ones back home. Their sacrifice holds a deeper lesson about the human condition. Our relationships are an absolute necessity. Illustrating this is the fact that educators are less likely to leave schools that have a strong sense of community. Throughout her teaching career, Aguilar could have boosted her annual salary by around $10,000, simply by switching to a school in a wealthier district. Nonetheless, she always rejected the opportunity of a bigger paycheck, because she felt part of a strong community. Her school was where she belonged, and where she felt loved. By choosing to prioritize her relationships instead of money, Aguilar strengthened her emotional resilience. All the available evidence suggests that resilient people have the consistent support of friends and loved ones, and that they seek out trusting, compassionate relationships with others. Those who lack social networks feel more depressed and alienated, and are more likely to suffer from burnout. Anxiety and burnout are particularly common among teachers, making Aguilar's decision to stay at her school not just an altruistic choice, but a smart one. You might imagine that school and other educational settings automatically come with a warm sense of community. After all, teachers are surrounded by dozens of people at all hours of the day. Although this is technically true, being surrounded by students doesn't provide the social interaction that people working as teachers need to thrive. Feelings of isolation, you need to be in the company of your peers. Armed with this knowledge, you can make better decisions about how to spend your free time at work, which helps build your resilience. Instead of taking your lunch break at your desk, for example, make an effort to spend it with another teacher. Mindfulness helps us weather adversity and understand our emotions. As any educator knows, working with children can mean seeing the best and worst elements of kids' lives. And at the end of the day, it can be hard not to take the less positive things home with you. Aguilar experienced this as a first-year teacher when a student showed up at school after suffering a beating at the hands of his father. That night, Aguilar was unable to sleep. Eventually, after a restless night, She made a last-ditch effort to unlock her inner resilience. She got out of bed, sat on the floor, and began to meditate. Around 20 minutes later, despite her tiredness, she was ready to face the day ahead. The secret to Aguilar's resilience that day was mindfulness, a peaceful mental state that can be cultivated through meditation. Being mindful means being fully present in the moment, without dwelling on the past or mentally racing ahead to the future. Mindfulness isn't just a useful stress buster either. It can also help you make better decisions. Imagine a situation where a student rolls her eyes when you ask her to do something. Your knee-jerk reaction might be to ban. Perhaps this girl's past behavior makes you think she has an attitude problem, and that's what you would usually do. However, when you're thinking mindfully, you can react differently. Rather than falling back on your habits and biases, you pause instead, stopping yourself from charging the well-worn path of punishment and considering a response born out of the demands of the present situation. After this pause, your feelings of annoyance with the student might have dissipated, leaving you able to ignore her behavior and get back to teaching. That's another valuable lesson that mindfulness can teach you. Your emotions, however powerful, are not permanent, nor do they define you. Practicing mindfulness involves accepting, without judgment, any emotion that you find yourself experiencing. When you do this, you'll quickly discover that every emotion is only temporary. It washes over you and then goes away again. Once you see this in action, you'll also understand that you are not your emotions. We often tell ourselves stories about the kind of people we are. Perhaps you're convinced that you're an angry person or a sad soul. But when you practice mindfulness, you'll begin to notice that certain conditions are producing your emotions, and that they aren't a fixed, integral part of you. Practicing self-care is important, but it may not come naturally. For new teachers, the month of November can be particularly hard. In fact, the New Teacher Center refers to this time as the disillusionment period. The excitement of the new school year has worn off, and not everything is going as smoothly as planned. What's the solution to the November blues? It's simple. Take care of yourself. Taking care of your physical health by eating well, exercising, and sleeping 8 hours a night is good for your mental health too. Nonetheless, persuading educators to practice self-care is often still a challenge. Why? Well, there are several reasons why we might not look after ourselves, and it all has to do with gaps. Firstly, a teacher may have a skills gap. This means that he wants to look after himself, but lacks knowledge about how to do so. He might not know that certain foods can bolster his immune system during the tough winter months, for example. Alternatively, a will gap may be to blame. A teacher who's used to operating on little sleep and constantly feeling a little run down might have a will gap. She sees no reason to change and tells herself that she'll recuperate during the holidays. Lastly, an emotional intelligence gap. This forms when an educator believes that he's undeserving of self-care and that taking his foot off the gas, even a little, will cause people to lose respect for him. Whatever the reason for the gap, the solution is often the same. Someone else, whether a coworker, a coach, or a principal, needs to step in and give these teachers permission to take care of themselves. Aguilar once coached an assistant principal who routinely underslept and never took the time to eat breakfast. Later, he admitted that he'd always believed his role as a man was to work as hard as possible, without taking care of himself and without complaining. When Aguilar forced him to make self-care one of his strategic priorities for the year, he began to look after himself. The outcome? His performance at work shot up, and by the end of the year, he'd met all of his other strategic goals too. This just goes to show that sometimes we need a trusted advisor to step in and nudge us toward a healthier lifestyle so that we can perform at our best. Boost your happiness and performance by making time to play. Think back to a time when you felt alive, energized, and joyful. Chances are that you're remembering a moment when you were engaged in some sort of playful activity, like a water fight with your loved ones, or playing an instrument. Unfortunately, while we encourage our children to spend hours playing, we tell ourselves that, as adults, we're far too busy to do things simply because they're fun. But if you're interested in living a fulfilling life, then it's time to shrug off your hang-ups and get back in touch with your inner child. Why? Because play is crucial to building resilience. Before we dive into its benefits, though, let's be clear on what we actually mean when we talk about play. Psychiatrist Stuart Brown is the founder of the National Institute for Play. He believes that play has several characteristics that distinguish it from other activities. Firstly, play has apparent purposelessness, meaning that there's no practical reason for you to do it. You might think of the sports you engage in on the weekend as play, but if you do them to exercise and stay healthy, they don't. Real play shouldn't be too competitive either. If you and your friends are ferociously competitive on the basketball court, then you might need to ask yourself whether you're really playing or if you're competing. Finally, although binge watching the latest Netflix show might be fun, it's not real play. Parking yourself on the couch for hours is a passive activity. Pure play demands a little more creative energy on your part, whether in the form of singing, dancing, or playing games with friends. Engaging in playful activity has numerous benefits for adults and children alike. Scientists have discovered that playing reduces our stress levels. When we play, our bodies release chemicals called endorphins, which naturally make us feel good. Incredibly, simply remembering a time when you played can be enough to trigger those endorphins. Play also improves our relationships. Fun increases the trust, empathy, and intimacy we feel for the people we share it with. Play also stimulates our thinking and increases our creativity. Evidence suggests that kids and adults learn best when they're having fun and in a playful state of mind. In the words of George Bernard Shaw, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Build resilience to change by pausing, evaluating, and making your energy count. In the Chinese language, the word for change is represented by two symbols, one denoting danger and the other meaning opportunity. This seems fitting because although change can feel threatening and scary, it also offers us the chance to build resilience. All it takes to make the most of it is a calm and considered approach. When change comes knocking on your door, your first reaction should be to slow down. When Aguilar discovered that her school would be merging with a neighboring school, she and her colleagues were furious. Immediately, they began making battle plans and composing letters to their union. However, one teacher took a different approach, deciding to go home and sleep on it before she did anything. This wise teacher knew something others didn't. The urge to act fast is often driven by fear. Instead of giving into it, give yourself at least 24 hours to identify and explore your true feelings about the upcoming change before you make any decisions. Once you've given yourself time to let the news sink in, the next step is to analyze the situation. Imagine the change and its implications through different lenses. Looking through a long lens, for example, means exploring how you might see the change in several months, or even in 5 years. In contrast, a wide lens lets you focus on how this change will impact those around you. It helps you see what other considerations are at play too. Once you've undertaken some analysis, it's time to act. This brings us to the third step, making your energy count. Although we might like to pretend otherwise, the reality is that we have a finite amount of time in each day and limited energy that we can expend. When you're grappling with unwanted change, it's important to pick your battles. There's no point wasting energy on things that don't truly matter to you. Aguilar once witnessed a protracted battle between her school principal and a teacher the principal had fired. Although this teacher was putting all her energy into saving her job, when Aguilar asked her what really mattered to her, she confessed that all she wanted was to continue teaching. Once she understood this, she made her energy count by redirecting it toward finding another teaching job, turning the potentially scary change into an opportunity. Make your school a better place by practicing gratitude. Who and what are you grateful for? Throughout these blinks, we focused on building resilience by tackling the most challenging aspects of teaching. But now it's time to open your mind to those moments and people who make you thankful to do your job. Many of us assume we're too busy to think about gratitude, let alone show it. Nonetheless, evidence suggests that practicing appreciation has myriad benefits. A 2017 study at California State University found that people who expressed their gratitude enjoyed stronger social connections and more social support than those who didn't. Furthermore, their enhanced social networks meant that grateful people felt more equipped to handle tough challenges. Being grateful, in other words, makes us more resilient. A 2006 study at Northeastern University found that when people feel grateful for help, it makes them more likely to help others in turn. This connection between gratitude and helpful behavior might exist because when we practice gratitude, we start to appreciate that other people contribute to our success. With the humility this affords us, we're more motivated to pay that help forward. If you'd like to build your resilience while strengthening your social networks, then start showing your appreciation for the people in your school, from your fellow teachers to administrators and parents. Not sure where to start? Try to notice the small things people do that make your daily life easier, but that often go unacknowledged. Let people know that you see them. For gratitude, mention the positive impact that their actions have on you. You could tell someone, for example, "I'm so grateful for your warm welcome every day. You really brighten up my morning." If this sounds like something you'd rather not add to your brimming to-do list, then take a moment to imagine what school would be like if everyone, including you, felt truly appreciated. A place where our best actions are consistently recognized is surely a place where we'd all want to spend more time. So transform your school into a more positive, welcoming environment by setting an example and being the first to say a heartfelt thank you. Gratitude is like a flashlight. It lights up what is already there. Final summary. The key message in these blinks. Teaching can be stressful and exhausting, so it's important for educators to develop their emotional resilience. Making time for self-care, mindfulness, and gratitude will give your well-being a boost and improve the quality of your relationships too. Lastly, building up your resilience will help you reclaim your passion for teaching. Actionable advice. Celebrate every transition. Working as a teacher means you'll see a lot of beginnings and just as many endings. Every year brings you a new class of students who you wave goodbye to months later. You can build your resilience by marking these transitions with a celebration, such as throwing a party for you and your students. Each time we celebrate, we reconfirm the choices that have brought us to this point and give ourselves the opportunity to reflect on our achievements and successes. So make your own rituals and try to start and finish each school year on a festive note. What to read next? Raising a Secure Child by Kent Hoffman, Glenn Cooper, and Bert Powell, with Christine M. Benton. Emotional resilience isn't just important for educators, it's essential for parents too. Explore boosting your resilience and passing these gains on to your children by checking out the book Raising a Secure Child. Indispensable for new or expecting parents, this book reveals how you can your child without getting too hung up on being perfect. It contains tips and tricks from leading psychotherapists, which will help you learn to identify your insecurities and avoid handing them down to your children. Hey, it's Moxie. And Bang Bang, welcome back. It's actually pretty warm here. Like crazy warm. Excuse me, just left sweat all over the bench. What's good, world? your stream gets little viewers, your content is better than most? Because most, well, bang bang, that's a good question. Maybe because I don't really plug it. I just show up. Book summary. I was reading a book summary. You see the title. I dropped it in the chat. But yeah, I don't really plug my shit. Sometimes I pick it up and then I put it somewhere so people can find it, but I don't really plug it. I imagine there's some people that are going to bat for me. Maybe. Maybe not. So it tends to be pretty chill. Really low key. No, it's okay. Gives me more time to actually focus on moving forward. What time is it? Almost 5. In fact, I'm gonna bounce in a bit. Whoops. Sorry. I'm gonna bounce in a bit. I want to take Paul out on a walk. And I'll probably show up this evening. Give me a double cheeseburger. Chow down. Little bits and pieces. Have the beardies chirping. And I set you down right here. Go ahead on for a little bit. There we go. Maybe you need to title your streams differently. Fuck that. That's not what it... I mean, like, yeah, in a way, I could make it more clickbaity. And then people would come in. But it's the least of it. I think it's the least of it. So I do it for a reason. I set the titles this way for a reason. It throws people off too. So I know that some people are freaked out. They look at it like 2001-15 Houston, Texas. What's that mean? What's that? What's that title? Like I get that question all the time. And I just ask people, what do you think it is? What do you think that is? Do I have my cowboy boots? No. No. Thank you, Muscle Mac. Thank you. Just getting caught up here. We're supposed to go fishing, watching the ocean, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. I see terrible streams going. Yeah, I know. I mean, part of it's demographics too, right? It's demographics, like who uses Twitch. That's one. Two, if you can get people sharing on your behalf as a content creator, then That's for you right there. And Twitch is pretty cool for that because you've got the ability to make clips and shit. But like stuff that I output, it's not reaction porn. It's not. It's just like extended Q&As and just chats. Most Twitch, like most young dudes on Twitch, I think they'd rather show up to an attractive young lady stream and just like stare at her, just stare. That's okay. It's their prerogative. YouTube, here we go. Good luck, artificial intelligence. So, YouTube is a big fucking world, man. Big world. Cool. If that's what you want to do. I wish you all the best. All right. Take the YouTube music playlist world by storm. And there's definitely demand for playlists. Just like radio stations, music stations. I've been thinking about listening to some music here because it's been a while since I've just listened to music. And meanwhile, my list of content to consume it just grows. Last night I did watch Parasite, so I can call that one from the list. Consume. Where's Parasite? Oh, shit. Cool. Welcome back, friend. How you doing? How you doing this fine day? Yeah, Paul. Do it, artificial intelligence. Fucking get it, if that's what you want. I'm not gonna compete with you for it. Well, sometimes, man, it's nice having competition. I'm fairly competitive, so I like going head to head against somebody. I like knowing how the other guys are doing and trying to beat them. But at the end of the day, it's like what metrics are actually important, right? good break for love too. It's so warm out there today. It's crazy. My good boy. We'll mosey on out of here soon. Okay? Get you some time out there. Try one playlist yourself. What do you mean, artificial intelligence? Are you suggesting I build a playlist on YouTube? Use the playlist function on YouTube? So there's a little issue with your strat right now, but just play with it. Play with YouTube a bit. You know, you'll learn as you go. You say to build a brand. Show up on Google everywhere. Sure. I mean, that sounds nice. I wonder how many roads lead to Yeti Eater right now. I know I'd like to make at least one new one every day. I've been failing miserably on that. But tomorrow's Thursday, I might sit down and buckle in. Just try to make it a day to focus up on building my roads. Nice legs. I figure this is stuff that you're interested in, right? I mean, it sounds to me like you want to get involved with music. That's cool. Music's good. Music is a very powerful medium. Okay. Oh, hey. An exclusive chat session. Sure. Hey. Welcome back. Doing better than I deserve, always. Thank you. Yourself? There's something I'm looking for here. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. There's definitely some interest in that. But I haven't tried doing like a full workout. They take some time to get through. So at this point, I'm pretty happy with how things have been going. Would I want to? I'd be open to it. Certainly open to it. You know, if I'm getting compensated for my time, then I'm happy to do things a little differently. Just put a twist on things. Now, I'll tell you what, let me pull some plugs and we can play around a bit. Okay. I got something else that I would like to do. But let me pull some plugs. I'll be quick.